Hello everyone, welcome to the Bagmaker's Workroom. I'm Chris. Today we're going to talk about straps, everything straps, including those pesky twisting straps. But before we get started, I want to welcome you to my workroom. Okay, today's episode is all about straps. So when we're beginning bag making, some of the things that give us some of the most problems are straps. And we're going to go over how to avoid those twisting straps in just a minute. But what I first want to talk about are some of the products out there today that are so fantastic for straps. There are all kinds of pre-made webbings. And here's an example of one. This is actually a pre-made strap. I bought this already done and ready to go. Had the hardware on it and everything. And look at how cute that is. This is actually a seatbelt webbing, just like the seatbelts in your car. And now they're making them in all different kinds of colors and sizes, and they're just fantastic. So another example of some seatbelt webbing is this really cool animal print. There's also this retro kind of tie-dye that I found. Isn't that cool? So as you can see, this here is a 1 inch and this is a 1.5 inch. You can see the difference in the size of those straps. So in the case like this, all you really need to do is to get the hardware, go ahead and add the hardware onto the actual strap to make crossbody straps, or just sew these straps into the bag if you want to use them for handles. Another variation is a cotton webbing. So a cotton webbing is not going to be the same consistency as the seatbelt webbing. That's more of a man-made polyester type, where the cotton webbing is 100% usually cotton. Sometimes it has some other things in it, but this is a really neat example of some cotton webbing. A great way to use this on a bag, as I mentioned, is a crossbody strap. So for instance, in this bag here, cotton webbing was done for the crossbody strap, and it was actually done also as the handles, and there was just some faux leather put around the handles to make it a little softer when you grab it. The cotton is soft, but it does have some hair sticking out because it's cotton, so this just kind of gives it a neat little addition, nice place to rest your hands. So there's all kinds of different options you can use this cotton and or seatbelt webbing strap for. Now, straps come in all different shapes and sizes, and they can really add characteristics to a bag, some really unique characteristics. When we make straps, like in this case, this is a 1.5 inch strap, and the detail that was put on here is it has 2 lines of stitching. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, so that just gives it a little extra detail and it gives it some extra interest. Another really neat kind of strap to make is a rolled handle. Now, rolled handles are typically on higher end bags, not always, but a lot of times they are. And they usually have some kind of cotton or even, depending if it's a leather bag, even a hard cording in here to hold on to. They're actually rolled. Here is a example of a rolled strap that I did, and I actually added on some detail on the bottom there. So this part here would attach to the bag, and essentially you would have a rolled handle with some really cool details. Another very unique strap is this one here. Now, you would probably look at this and think, is that really a strap? But it is. And the way that this strap is used is on the Ally B bag. So essentially that strap there is this handle that goes from wide to narrow, and then it just has an actual adjustable strap attached to it. So you can get very unique in the handles and straps that you make. And look at how different. This is a bucket bag, but with that addition of that unique strap, it makes it look totally different. Another thing you can do with straps is to add them all over the bag. So this is a really neat example of that. So there's a strap that starts here in the back, or in the back here. It's riveted in, and then it goes all the way through and to the front, and it joins here in the middle with a concho. That's just a decorative touch. Then we actually have the addition of a decorative strap coming up here, but the actual handles are attached by hardware and rivets. So theoretically this could not be here, and this strap going around could not be here, but by being on there, doesn't it add a really cool decorative touch to this bag? Another thing that straps can do is it gives us an opportunity to play a little bit. And this is a bag that chain was weaved into the actual strap pieces. And these are solid strap pieces. So they start from down here and they go all the way up, and there's no division with hardware there. So it's a really neat, straps can be a really neat way to showcase some decorative items, whether it be conchos or chain or anything like that. Crossbody straps can be done in two different ways. They can be done with a strap adjuster, like what you have here. And basically this strap adjuster just slides up and down, and you can adjust the strap accordingly. And we're all pretty familiar with these. Another way to do a strap adjuster is like on this bag with an actual buckle. Now, on this one here, you actually, it's a working buckle. So you take the strap out here, take it out this way, and then you can actually make this strap longer by pulling it down, putting it in a different hole, sliding that right back in, and putting the keeper back on there. So by doing that, it makes the strap longer, and it's just another way to have an adjustable strap. It just adds another detail to that bag. That is just a small sampling of some of the ways that you can use straps in bags. Let your imagination run wild, and you'll be amazed at all the different things you can come up with. So let's go over the table and let's look at how to avoid those pesky twisting straps. Okay, I have two pieces of what I would consider a faux leather here, and cut them to 4 inches wide because I want to do a 1-inch strap. I drew a line down the center and put double-sided tape. So we're going to fold one of these and see how it goes. So I'm going to take the tape off. I'm going to line everything up. Bring that long edge right to that long line. I'm going to make sure it's all pressed down real good. Okay, let's do the other side. Bring this up too. Make sure I press it down real good. Make sure I pull it nice and tight, because I want a nice looking strap. Okay. So look at what we have here. It's already starting to twist. So my point in showing this to you is that most of the time, the reason why our handles and straps twists is because we fold it improperly at the table. That's how it starts. Once you have an improperly folded handle, you can't correct it at the machine. So here, if I take this to the machine and sew that, it is going to come out twisted. And I haven't even made it there yet. I mean, you can see it all has to do with the folding. So what did I do wrong there? Let's take a look. Let's do another one. If I fold this in half and make a little clip at the halfway mark, and then I take one of the short edges, put it along those clips, and maybe make another clip. Now if you have a super long, let's say you're doing a crossbody strap, you may do this several times. And you're just going to have a series of clips. And the idea is that when you join this, when you pull the tape, back of the tape off, and you join these long edges, you want your clips to match up. And then you'll know you folded it straight. Okay, so I have all my little clips in there. So now when I peel my tape off, or the backing off my tape, I'm going to take my clip, or what, I'm going to start in the center first of all. I always start in the center. And I'm just going to fold that straight up, and I'm going to just not put it at the line, just put it shy of the line, just on this side of the line. I'm going to do the same thing at my next clip. And then without rubbing my fingers on there, I'm just going to press down in the middle. I'm going to make sure that my edge is lined up perfectly, because then I know it's straight. And then I'm just going to push down in the middle. I'm going to restrain from taking my fingers and smoothing it out. Just going to press down, line up my edges, just shy of the line, and just press down. So now when I go to do the other side, I want to match my notches. So peel the backing off. I'm going to go notch to notch, and I'm going to leave just a little bit of space in between. Match up my edge. Go notch to notch. So now you can see here, there's just a little bit of space in between there. And what that does is as I fold this up, now it has room to fold. When I did this one, I matched up my edges perfectly, my long edges, and when I went to go fold it, it didn't have room to fold, so it became distorted. So I'm just going to pull it together right here in the middle, put a clip. I'm out of clips, so I'm going to borrow one from over here. Put a clip, and then put a clip. So you can see before we even get started, this strap is not twisting. This strap is twisting. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Bagmaker's Workroom. The thing I want you to take away from this episode is that straps are a way that you can really let your creativity take off. Go online, look at photos, get some ideas, think outside the box, and change your bags from being good bags to being great bags. Add those special touches. Straps and strap connectors are a great way to do it. On the next episode, we are going to talk about little tips and tricks to make the sewing process easier. So until next time, happy sewing.